We've got the patterns made for the panels that go on the other side of the baggage compartment. So I'll get those cut out, put those patterns on some aluminum and cut them out to fit, and get those fitted in on that side. And put brackets on that side just like I did this side. And those are fitted. So I've got a little bend on this where it actually goes between this door, where the framework around the door, and this flange, this former where it goes up here. This flange around the door is right next to that former, so that'll bend and fit right in there, keep anything from getting behind it. I located the holes for the bottom of this side over here. I've got those in temporarily, and I'll be able to have to take that lower panel out and rivet nut plates onto it. The two left-hand side panels are cut out and fitted in and installed pretty nicely. I have to put nut plates back here on this rear bulkhead for this right-hand panel, and I've got the tabs riveted into the formers on this one. We've got a tab made for this one on this side that I still need to put nut plates on and then powder coat it, but it's fitted up. Now I bent those flanges out a little bit here. That'll have to be bent back, but I bent them out a little bit so I could run these panels through the bead roller. Tentative panel for the top. I'm trying to decide whether or not I even wanted anything on the top or not, but I got to thinking that if things get to bouncing around there, they still could bounce out of that and go down either side or damage the fabric from the inside. So it's probably a good idea to go ahead and close that in. That left upper baggage compartment side panel is pretty well in. Got it screwed down to the floor and down underneath to the left-hand side panel on the lower baggage compartment. Got the side panels on the right side in, but I still need to drill for the bottom mount screws into the lower side panel, and I need to wait until I get some bits to fit my angle drill motor or angle adapter for that, so get in there tight. We've got the top cover of the rear baggage compartment, upper rear baggage compartment fabricated, the templates fabricated. Coming back here to the back where this rear side panels attached to the rear bulkhead that I made. I got it just a little bit wide. I think it'll be okay, but that lower, might have to take that lower nut plate off of there, but it comes awful close to where the fabric is going to be there. This right side all drilled on the lower portions of it, on the lower baggage compartment, and I don't have the nut plates put in yet, just got it held in with Cleco so far. We need to get in and finish drilling that lower baggage compartment side panel there. Top pieces for the upper baggage compartment are cut and fitted in. They're all shaped and set in there where they're going to go. This side over here wasn't too bad. It was pretty much a standard cut, but then this fuselage doesn't exactly go straight. It kind of arcs as it goes this way, and it also arcs down, sweeps down as it goes. So there's kind of a compound curve in there. It's gentle. Now the other side, I cut these pieces and fitted them around these formers here where they weld onto these ribs here where they weld on. It looks like I'm going to have to take a little bit more off of that one. But anyway, they're set up so that any moisture that builds up on top of them, any condensation or any water that happened to get through the fabric, will run downhill, so they're overlapped like shingles. Well, the top is all set up. We've got it all drilled and everything ready to nail on. got the nut plates in here and screwed into the side panels, and holes drilled into for rivets to rivet the top on. And so the side panels are screwed in. That really made a difference on stiffening it up. The right side, I've got the nut plates riveted on the outside, on that lower part, and on the back panel. And I was waiting for some drill bits for my angle drill driver attachment, so I could drill those holes out to attach these top baggage compartment to the bottom baggage compartment side panels and through this floor on the top baggage compartment. But I got to digging through. There's my angle attachment. I got to digging through some of my drill bits stash, and I found a couple of number 40s and a number 30. So I'm set there. I can go ahead and do what I need to do on that. I got the holes drilled out for it, piloted out for this now, so we can come apart and drill the holes out and put the nut plates in now on this left-hand panel, or the right-hand panel. Well, it's still working on the baggage compartment, making progress. I made me a little trim strip to go along that left side on the upper baggage compartment, a stainless steel strip there, because of the excess metal in this panel. It kind of pooched out in a few places. I could have put more screws in there, I guess, to hold it down, but I just made a little stainless steel trim strip there that covers that up and keeps from getting anything shoved underneath there, or any cuts on the fingers. I got a little stainless steel strip for the threshold here on the wood, going in the door of the baggage compartment. That's in, and these holes are drilled into the panel underneath in the lower baggage compartment panel, and the flange I made on it. So that is in, or that's set up. I made some brackets for these tie-down hooks or eyes. They're on the back side there, so they go up against the wood on the back side, or up on the sheet. Well, it's all on the wood here. Anyway, to keep from pulling through there. Nut plates on them. I still need to, they're all done. I just trial fitted them here now, and got the holes all drilled out for them and put in, and I'm going to take them back out again and powder coat them. And I got two in the back here, and two about 6 inches up from the door opening, so that'll give me room for my radios up here in the front part of this. And then I've got a good hook there for the tie downs. Got trim strip and angle strip stainless steel over there on that left side, and it's drilled into the side panel. I've got one here fitted in on the right side, and it's screwed into the side panel. So now I need to drill these out down through the floor panel to get those screwed down, and I'll take that left side off and put nut plates on that side over there. And I can do that now that I've got this top. I think I've got about everything done on the top that I need to do, except mounting or setting up the radio mounts. I went and got the radios, or the ALT and the tracker and stuff out of the other airplane fuselage, and made brackets for them for this one. So I've got them mounted in there. Now the ELT mounted right here towards the front, and it has to be pointed forwards. And I drew a center line, and then measured off the center line so that the radio would be mounted perfectly in the direction of the center line of the airplane, hopefully the direction of flight. But I put well, it's just sitting in here. Here's the mount for it. It's a little aluminum mount, and I cut a piece of 16 thousandths aluminum to put underneath it, just to act as a little washer between the mount and the plywood here, since the mount is on little feet and it would put quite a bit of pressure on the plywood, so that should help spread the pressure out. Now there's no screw in this back hole right now. There's a diagonal that runs here front to rear, and right here off this diagonal there's a tab welded onto it, so that screw will be mounted into that tab, which will mount the ELT rigidly to the airframe, so that it's not going to pull out or pull away or anything in case any G-forces or G-loads are not going to tear it loose from this plywood. So that'll be a good solid mount right to the airframe. And then over here is tracker. It's Latitude Technologies tracker, and it has a GPS in it. You know, it's an antenna signal from a GPS antenna, and is routed into the thing, and then it determines the lat longitude, and every 2 minutes it transmits it out over the satellite telephone network. So it's just a little thing. It's just mounted in there, and I went and got my cargo net to see how it was going to work, and it looks like it's going to work just fine there. Mounting the radios, now the tracker and the cell phone, I cut a plate out of 25 thousandths aluminum and put nut plates on it and mounted it and put it underneath, so the mounts are screwed in from through the end of the nut plate. They don't depend just on that thin plywood for holding it together. Now one of the nut plates, it's not on there to hold that cell phone amplifier in, because it's in the middle of that plate, and my rivet squeezer won't reach that far. So now I'm going to take these apart and take them down and to powder coat them, and when I do that, then I'll take the rivet gun and put a nut plate in there. Same thing here. This is the mount underneath for the ELT, and I put nut plates on it, and it's a 25 thousandths piece of aluminum cut there to sandwiched with that 16 thousandths piece on top. And then just behind it you can see one of the nut plates that I built for the tie downs for the cargo net anchors. I've got all the panels out now, and I've got all the nut plates in for the side panels. This is the right side. Nut plates are in for it. I got brackets in for the panels for the upper baggage compartment. Here's the side panels. I've got of course the nut plates were in for the top of the rear baggage compartment. Got the holes all drilled for it, the mounting holes on the lower portion of it. Got the nut plates in on the upper baggage compartment. I mean on the the right side for the lower baggage compartment. I tried to do those with the rivet squeezer, but I just couldn't get in there to do a decent job with it, so I wound up taking it down to the shop and doing it with the air riveter. And I used a back riveting set on the air riveter because the mushroom set wouldn't work with Cleco in there for these small nut plates. Just wasn't enough room to use the mushroom set on that, so I put a bucking bar in behind it here on the rivet heads, and then use the flush rivet. It's a back set tool actually for going behind and setting the rivets from behind on the bucktails. You would lay or set this the flush rivets down on a flat surface, and then rivet it from the back, but that wouldn't fit in there without damaging the panels either, so I just put a bucking bar in from the back and then use the rivet setter, the back setter for the front, and that worked for that. Everything's been drilled and deburred and nut plated, so now the job is going to be to put the holes in and the nut plates in for the floor of the baggage compartment there. So the floor is out in the baggage compartments now, and I've taken, you can see those two cross members. The one is doubled up and the other one's just an H channel, and I've taken those and marked them and drilled them for the mounting screws, the hold down screws for the floor, and I just drilled them out with 3/32 holes. And I'll go ahead and put the floorboards back in, get them set where I want and everything, and then I'll drill the holes from underneath. Got the holes all drilled for the rear floorboard, and we got both the screw holes and the rivet holes for the nut plates drilled out. And I took some Rust-Oleum and painted over the raw edges of these holes where the bare metal was. So this is going to be a float plane, seaplane. It's going to spend most of the time in salt water, so it's important to have everything protected from corrosion. And so anyway, where that powder coating was penetrated and we had raw edges from drilling out those holes, I just took some Rust-Oleum and painted over them. Not very aesthetic looking, but that's not the point. It's the point is to protect it from the rust, from getting any corrosion started anywhere in there. Got the strips for the rear baggage compartment all installed, and they've been, of course, put the nut plates in. I countersunk the holes for the floor on these strips, so, and put flathead screws in there so they'll be flush down on the floor. And I've got the strip that mates up between the rear baggage compartment and the forward baggage compartment. It's in. Got the holes located tonight, and the strip countersunk and put in. It fits in nice. These side strips fit in real nice. Now, the one thing that I forgot to do was to put these holes in back here for putting screws to hold down the rear of the baggage compartment floor. So I debated on whether I needed those or not. Once I got it in and held down, I could see there was a little bit of bounce in it, which really wouldn't hurt anything. The lip from that, well, no, there's no lip on the bottom on that rear bulkhead to fit over that. So, but anyway, I drilled those holes out. I've located them, drilled them out, and then once I take this floor out, then I can go ahead and put the nut plates in down there. There's just 3 of them, and we'll do those like I did these ones in the middle. Just put stainless countersunk Tinnerman washers in them.